Hi guys, in this week's video I've been kind of watching a few of these Devin Townsend live stream events, and I really like the tone he had on a few of his ones where it was just acoustic guitar, and he had some weird kind of effect stuff going on, like crazy reverb ambient kind of stuff. So I wanted to see if I could recreate that. And here's my video on basically how I tried to rip off Devin Townsend. That's not really a great video title, is it? How about, here's how to sound like him, or get his tone? I don't know. Effects! Right, what have we got? We're going into a compressor. It's an optical compressor, if that matters to anyone. We've got my graphic EQ on. We rolled off a lot of the lows and boosted the highs a bit. Then into the Zoom multi-stomp, where we have this particle reverb. I guess it's a shimmer reverb, basically. Well, Zoom's own version of it. That sounds pretty cool. Then we're going into the ARP87 for a bunch of delay, and then into the Digitech Polara with the Halo, which is kind of their version of shimmer. So it's like two shimmer effects with a delay sandwiched in between them. And the mix on this is set really high on the first shimmer reverb. So what's actually coming out of my amp is really heavily affected. It doesn't even really sound like an acoustic guitar anymore. Did I mention that my acoustic guitar is plugged into all this? I probably didn't, and I probably should. Right. Perhaps somewhat important is the fact that I'm playing an acoustic guitar and it's tuned to open C, because really if you want to sound like Devin Townsend you really need to be in open C. That's all there is to it, really. You can kind of play a bit of stuff that's like him in other tunings, but really this is the way to go if you want that Devy sound or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, open C. And then if you were to record this properly, like, you'd really want to be splitting your guitar signal, so the acoustic needs to be plugged into those pedals, but you also want a dry, like a DI in, or a mic'd thing, like just mic. Oh God, I'm terrible today. Just mic the actual instrument and have one clean channel and then one heavily affected channel, and then mix them. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I think I'm just going to play and you'll hear the ambience. The amp is over there somewhere. Where is it? God, this room is a mess. You see that? It's somewhere there. Yeah, somewhere around there. Well, the amp is on top there and the cab is down low, hidden behind a load of junk. Yeah. We're doing some renovation on the house and there's just stuff everywhere. It's so annoying. Once you do that, and once I check am I actually in tune, once I check that I'm in tune, you then switch on the effects. I just had a volume pedal all the way down there, just to sort things out. And then we can strum. You see instantly everything sounds lush and beautiful and devyish. Even when you make a mistake, it still just sounds a little bit devyish. So there are some nice chord shapes that you can use in this tuning. One that I like there is what I just did. You basically just bar everything and then fret the third string, second fret relative to the bar, like so. That reminds me of a Devi song and I can't think which one. Anyway. And then the other ones are like, basically if you just mess around you'll find awesome stuff. Because it's in open tuning as well, you can kind of just keep a load of strings open and just play one or two and play around and find cool little melody lines. Everything will be in C, so if you just write a song in C or C major or C minor or something, it'll just kind of sound cool. It'll all be harmonically right because you'll have this C kind of drone going with all the open strings. And if you want to change key, then just use a capo. You can kind of, what I noticed he did in his live streams as well was he'd play lightly for the bits where he wanted it to really sound mostly like acoustic. And then when he wanted a load of effects, just play heavier and then the effects swell and become more obvious. You can hear them swell there. Yeah. So I'm going to keep playing around with this because I'm really, really enjoying it. I might try and write a song because it's so much fun. Yeah, see you next week.